You've clicked on this video because you need help in earning your next Kraken. And for you, I have some simple yet effective methods for increasing your odds of earning that Kraken. While generally I would say, just play the game, focus on winning, and above all, have fun. Sometimes we need a little clout, or Wargaming likes to challenge us players to try to get 5 kills in a match for some great rewards. In this case, performance anxiety can set in as we get stage fright and continue to rack up 4-kill game after 4-kill game. So, here are some helpful tips to help you try to unleash the Kraken. Disclaimer: at no point should any of these tips or getting a kill supersede helping your team to win the match. Winning is the ultimate goal in World of Warships on PC and console. Step 1. Choosing the correct ship is very important. The best ship for you might not be the best ship for me. This could rely on how you personally like to play the game, what you were more comfortable playing, or simply what you seem to perform best in. Some people are battleship mains who have a knack for positioning and setting up crossfires in the game of chess that is World of Warships battleship play. Some have a tendency to do well in cruisers, whether they be the DPM monsters such as Cleveland, or highly agile cruisers that float like a butterfly and sting like a hipper. And beyond that, we have destroyer mains and carrier players, but regardless of your choice, choose something that feels organic to you and that you enjoy to play, because positivity breeds success. If you're having fun doing what you're doing, you're more likely to succeed. On that note there are certain ships that we could say are more well endowed or have advantages over other ships. My list might be different from yours, and that's okay. So starting with the tech tree at tier 4, my very first choice would be the tier 4 German cruiser Königsberg. It is an absolute menace to society with super firing guns, 12 torpedoes, and a tendency to match with sailing citadels like the Omaha. Emile Britain is also very, very good. She has a slow reload, but has a magic French armor scheme, crazy AP shells and AP penetration, and is faster than a speeding bullet. For destroyers, I would choose the Farragut, as it's especially strong against other destroyers and is a fantastic gunboat at the tier. And you're probably only going to run into issues if you have a lot of battleships, because the torpedoes are pretty low range. If you're a battleship player, consider the Piotr Veliki, as it has fantastic hard-hitting guns that are very accurate below 11 kilometers. Tier 5 has a lot of great picks, but my most successful ships were the Dallas with its fast guns. It's kind of like a miniature Cleveland, and I really enjoyed the Pensacola as well, as it is the Punisher of all cruisers. It can suffer from a very slow turret traverse, but if you have the Halloween commander named Einstein, the Pensacola is an absolute powerhouse. My destroyer of choice would be the Fubuki, with 9 torpedoes that can reach 10 kilometers, and it's at a tier where battleship captains are still figuring out what a rudder does. For a battleship choice, the Queen E takes my pick, with short-fused British AP that tends not to overpin cruisers. Tier 6, the cruisers that I would pick. Helena is frighteningly good, and the Fiji would probably be my overall cruiser pick for its smoke, heals, and sonar, making it very versatile and dangerous. The destroyers, you have so many to pick from at this tier, including Akatsuki, the Moss, and the Jervis. They're all fantastic. If I had to choose one though, I would go with the Jervis. With 6 smokes and long duration sonar, it's good at everything. The battleships, probably go between North Carolina and the Sinop, maybe with the Sinop being a little bit better. Tier 7 cruiser is an easy pick, the Cleveland. It has ridiculous DPM abilities and seems to get away with getting shot at a lot. The Iowa is a fantastic battleship, and the Lightning has a destroyer for the same reasons as the Jervis. It's simply good at everything it does. Keep in mind the above are boats that have worked well for me. You might have a different list. Also, I'm not going to cover premiums at this time because I want these to be choices that everyone has access to, even those who still are playing free to play. Step 2. Positioning. Being in a position to have the greatest impact of the game is often synonymous with being able to kill or damage enemy players. While there are exceptions, most of that should be common sense. Slower ships such as the American standard battleships should take a more central location, as their speed simply will not allow them to get around the map quickly. This doesn't mean to sit in the middle of the spawn, or the middle of the map, or to abandon your flank and sail to the middle. It simply means to be aware of where you're going and always watching what red team is doing. If you have been sailing around for 4 minutes without firing your guns, you might have made a mistake, or red team folded like a cheap chair. On this note, never employ the black hole strategy. Try to hold your flank so you don't get encircled, and use teammates to set up crossfires so that you can be shooting at the broadside of enemy ships. If you're not comfortable with good battleship positioning and what to do here, consider a destroyer or a cruiser where you have more speed and mobility to traverse the map. If you misposition or everything got killed on your side already, simply use your speed to sail and engage the remaining enemy ships. Playing objectives is of course important, but so is knowing when the enemy ships are going to be. Try to place yourself around the area where that 5th kill could possibly be, as it never feels good to keep ending the games with 4 kills. Step 3. Target selection. Focus on a single enemy ship and smaller ships first. Very simply, kill securing will be integral in earning your next Kraken. Now, this can have very toxic connotations if done incorrectly, so please consider all I have to say in this section before pissing your teammates off. Focusing a single enemy ship should typically be what you want to do anyways, with the idea of getting more enemy guns off the board. This will kill enemies faster and reduce ships with heals from being able to escape, heal, and come back to bite blue team's collective posterior. Also, it would keep them from being able to play from stealthy positions. Note this game in the background here, where I was able to finish off my Kraken with very little health. Along with focusing on enemy ships, you should usually start with focusing smaller ships first. So destroyers should be priority target number 1, followed by cruisers, carriers when they pop up, and then battleships last. Of course, there are some exceptions to this rule, but to keep this video short, just again, use a little common sense. In terms of Kraken hunting though, you're going to have a greater chance of securing a kill if you're focusing on a smaller target. A destroyer at tier 4 maybe has 10 to 12,000 health points, while a battleship might have 3 to 4 times that amount. So when you're shooting these ships with lower HP values, you have a higher chance of getting the kill and getting it quicker. And while this isn't the topic of this video, obviously killing the destroyers is very important, and the same with cruisers, and you should always try to kill them before the battleships. Priority targeting also means finding broadside targets where you can deal the most damage. Step 4. The importance of teamwork could not be understated. Using teammates to set up crossfires and very simply focusing fire on a single enemy ship will increase your chance of winning games as well as securing kills for your next Kraken. If you have a friendly ship, firing at enemy ships when there are multiple targets available, combine your firepower with theirs to try to whittle ships down faster. The faster you reduce enemy health points on a single ship, the greater chance you have of getting that kill and moving on to the next target. Kind of take note of what's going on in the background of this video, as I choose to shoot at what my friendly battleship is shooting at. It might look or seem as if I am snaking kills, but really the idea here is to kill these guys as quickly as possible to keep him alive longer. Without him, I'll not be able to spot anymore for the rest of the game, and they could simply angle towards me and flush me out from behind this island. Basically, without this guy, I could not win this game, or get any more kills for my Kraken. Step 5. Divisioning up. Playing with a division is not entirely necessary, but I would say that it helps. The key here would be to pick players that know what they're doing, but they're not so good as to compete with your own endeavors. Either that, or coordinate with this person so that one of you can be the wingman, so to speak. So in certain situations, such as one of you having 4 kills, you would have a teammate that wouldn't try to yoink the kill from you, and vice versa. You could also help each other by whittling ships down in damage and allowing the other person to get the kill. The probability of finding someone like this may seem daunting, but there are plenty of players out there who could possibly assist you, and you assist them. Not only this, but you're going to have a higher chance of staying alive, and the longer you're alive, the greater chance at earning more kills. While I'm sure that this list could go on and on forever, and eventually it would just include every tip possible to make you into a good player, start with a few of these simple tips, maybe 1 or 2, be patient, and I'm certain you will start working your way towards your next Kraken. If any of these tips helped you, please be sure to support the channel with a like and a subscription with notifications on so that you do not miss any more helpful content. If you have any other suggestions on Kraken hunting, be sure to leave them in the comment section below. Alright, see you in the next one.